Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Two Bro Gamers discussion. Another discussion, I guess?
Yeah, I guess.
I'm Steve.
Ricky. And we want to talk about Smash. Smash is usually just separate. So we want to talk about Smash, but there's not a lot of the game itself. The game, it's happening. People are playing it competitively, non-competitively. People are enjoying it. But really, I think this new idea that was just announced on VG Bootcamp's stream this past Tuesday really is something that I think is exciting that I really want to be a part of. I don't know if I'm actually going to be a part of it. I want to, though. I don't know
That depends where it is.
It's in, we'll show you. It's called Super Smash Con. It's a Smash convention. Not only is it going to be panels and discussions, apparently, supposedly people are going to be there, but there's not a lot of information out there about it. All we know is it's going to be happening on August 6th through the 9th. It's going to be in Virginia for those days.
It's a bit of a troop.
I mean, it's not that bad, and the only reason why I assume it's there because I'm guessing Gimmer had be a part of it, and he's basically based in Maryland and Virginia, like that type of thing, DC area, and I don't know who planned it, but I know VG Bootcamp is streaming the entire event, not just the tournaments, because yes, there's going to be tournaments of Smash and all the Smashes except for Project M, but all the
we'll get into that too.
Yeah, so they're streaming all the Smashes all weekend. So there's going to be tournaments. There's going to be prizes. Lots of money involved with this.
Yeah, that's a pretty good thing.
Lots of space. So basically, it's like this convention center is like 100,000 square feet of just Smash, and it's going to be thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars in prizes, which is just like, whoa, excuse me.
Picking up the money.
Yeah, it's going to be in Chantilly, Virginia. That's where it's going to be at. What are your thoughts on that?
I think it's a great idea. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised they haven't come up with this sooner, actually.
I guess, yeah, you're right. I guess they're trying to unite all the Smash fans, I guess, because there's always been a divide between Brawl players
they're gonna have,
and then all that stuff.
Exactly. It's going to have 64. It's going to have Melee. It's going to have Brawl, and it's going to have Wii U DS.
Yeah, well, actually, you're saying DS.
Well, it's going to have Wii U. But I'm pretty sure people are going to bring their own DSs and just play each other.
Yeah,
so it's going to have DS whether they sponsor it or not.
Yeah, DS, why is that 3DS version just the one that's been the bastard child? Everybody seems to forget it exists.
Well, because you don't have a GameCube controller.
I guess, but I mean, everybody got that first.
I mean, Nintendo 64 technically doesn't have a GameCube controller either, but it wasn't meant to be played with a GameCube controller.
Yeah.
Whereas these ones, you can use GameCube controllers. And it's just like, I'm trying to explain, it just feels different.
Yeah, I mean, but
you're playing the same game, but it feels different.
But you know what, though? A lot more people are playing on the 3DS than on the Wii U version, which is kind of funny. I don't know how much of a fact that is, but I know there's still a lot of people that don't have a Wii U that are not going to get a Wii U because they don't have a choice but to play it on the 3DS, only because it's just too expensive to buy basically a $300 game.
Well, yeah. To me, because I don't have a Wii U, and that means I obviously don't own Smash.
Yeah.
But I still play it a lot. Because I had played other people's things. So it's like one person buys it and 8 people can play it.
Mm. Yeah.
Whereas the 3DS, it's like you have your own little copy.
Yeah. Or you can use the 3DS controller too. I actually saw on just going a little off topic, but I did see someone bring a 2DS to a tournament for on a Spooky Team Spooky's stream. Yeah,
that's weird.
Even though I know wireless controllers are banned from Evo, but I mean people are still gonna play it. And maybe sometimes I thought about it, seeing that one person bring it, and then probably maybe more. But seeing that person play, I was like, you know what? He probably doesn't have the opportunity to have the Wii U version. So
that, or he just felt. There are people who actually feel more comfortable on the 3DS version than the GameCube controller.
Yeah, that's true too.
There are people who aren't good with GameCube controllers.
Yeah.
I'm not one of them. But I'm just saying, there are some people who just who would prefer to actually use the 3DS version.
Yeah, but now, going back to SmashCon, maybe first annual, but this is the first SmashCon happening, and this is happening in Virginia. And so far, no details, but with all the money, people are wondering where it's coming from. But obviously, if it doesn't have Project M, which it doesn't, Nintendo's got to have some heavy involvement with it. And it has to be. I mean, they haven't talked about any sponsor or anything, but all the money that's being put into this, and especially having a big convention center for this with the space that they're being allowed, and there's also going to be panels and stuff. Obviously, there's going to be some Nintendo people there, Nintendo developers. There's going to be people there. And I think it's a good thing, but it sucks because there's still that audience of Project M that feels like they've been abandoned, even though really it's a modded game. I mean, did you really expect that to be? I mean, for some reason, Project M was still regarded as a real Smash game for quite a while. Where I mean, it was,
never should have been.
I know, and it was taken more serious than Brawl Plus, Brawl Minus, and any other Brawl mod that was made. Project M was like the one, and people were like, it was being ranked. It was being ranked on Smash boards. It was basically, there weren't 3 Smash games anymore. It was 4 with Project M, even though people knew there was going to be a new Smash game coming. And then once that new Smash game came out, people kind of like went away from Project M. Some people wanted to stay with it because people aren't fans of Smash 4, whatever the case may be. But it's kind of getting a little bit of a rift where people want to have Project M at tournaments. They want it at Evo. They want it at SmashCon, and everything else. And it's like,
if you are a Project M like main, you might as well switch games. Go back to go back to Melee, go to Brawl, or go to Wii U, because I'm pretty sure we're seeing the end of anything Project M.
It reminds me of that joke article of Sakurai killing off Project M players.
Yeah, right. It was actually I forgot which site it was from, but there was a site. It was an article, a joke article written about Sakurai hunting down and killing the creators of Project M and killing all the players who downloaded. And he's like drinking something out of a skull of one of the creators. It was it was a funny read, but it was ridiculous.
Well, Mewtwo King could have power shielded. Like, but
I'm just saying, if you're a Project M player, you might as well find something else to do, because Nintendo's putting their face in everything that's Smash now, and that means Project M is not going to be there.
And for good reason. They want to sell the game, and they want to be able to be a part of this community finally, which I think a lot of people who started with Melee and had this whole, the community roots, they want this Nintendo exposure. I don't think a lot of the newer players want that, though. That's the other thing, too. I don't know about if the newer people that just came in and they're like, oh, Nintendo's being shoved down our throats. I don't know. A lot of people may be kind of held back with, like, they don't really like that. I don't know, but I know the veterans like that.
Yeah, the veterans like it. I think it's one of those things too where I'm okay with Nintendo coming in.
Yeah,
but I just don't want them changing any rules.
I mean, Nintendo only had to make the rules of licensing with music, which I understand.
But like, I don't want them coming in and being like, all right, guys, no more band stages. You can play everything, and everything's random, so you don't know what stage you're gonna get. Mm-hmm. And so if the floor falls out from underneath you, well, that's how the game was meant to be played. Like, I get it. That's how the game was meant to be played. But there's a certain level of competition where that kind of nonsense just doesn't fly.
Mm-hmm. But now, as far as Nintendo's involvement, because now I don't know how much of an involvement Nintendo has. They may not even have any involvement. We don't know yet, but I mean, they have to. I mean, with something this big, the money didn't come from nowhere.
Yeah,
it's you have tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, the only comparative one you can say thousands and tens of thousands of dollars in prizes would be Evo. Like that's because it's one of the biggest fighting tournaments out there. Yeah. I mean, all the ones are worth like thousands, maybe. Like even look at Smash 4 at the one that just passed, Apex. I mean, Zero won about $7,000, and that's nothing compared to what's being offered by Evo or even this new SmashCon.
But $7,000 is nothing to laugh at.
No, I know that.
I would take $7,000. You want to give me $7,000? I'll take it.
No, I didn't mean it like that. But
it's only $7,000. But I would take $7,000.
Comparatively, Steve. Comparatively.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I'm just get what I'm saying.
No, I know what you mean.
You're laughing at $7,000.
No, I'm not. I would take that in a heartbeat. Come on now. Look at the title of the show. Come on now.
That's why I would take $7,000.
Yes, exactly.
You offer me $500, I'll pork it over.
But but now the convention is interesting because there's going to be tournaments being held and then apparently panels. Like, when did the tournaments end and when did the panels start? Or do the tournaments even end? Will it run over? That's the other thing too. Will there be another Apex where it's going to run over? Not because of a disaster, but because there might be so many people coming.
Maybe. I mean, it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I would hope not. But it's a Smash tournament, and Smash tournaments always run over.
It does. It just
they always do. For whatever reason, I don't even know. Mm-hmm. You know what it is? Actually, I do know. It's that people like to play games.
Yeah.
You like to play games.
Yeah.
That's what it is. And it's like, you're out of the tournament. Well, play me on that console over there. We need that one for a tournament in 5 minutes. Don't worry, it's going to be a quick game. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever.
People won't be getting DQ'd real quick for that.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens. In all honesty, it's a good idea. I like it.
I love it. I wish I could go.
I want to be able to go. I want to be able to go down to Virginia. It's only a couple of hour drive from
6.
up here. Really?
My cousins live in Virginia. It's 6. About 6, depending on where.
Oh, then maybe not. No.
No, I mean it could be anywhere from 6 to 8.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know about that one now.
What? That's not that bad.
Yeah, no.
What's the difference between 2 extra hours?
I don't know. I thought it was less. I don't know.
It's 6 to 8 hours, depending on where in Virginia. Because I don't know where this place
Yeah,
is.
I don't know. I'm not familiar with that area.
I would totally do that.
Yeah.
I had some friends go out to PAX this weekend, and they drove out 4 hours, 5 hours.
Just PAX East, right?
PAX East
Yeah,
in Boston.
okay, Boston, yeah.
So they drove out 4 or 5 hours from here.
And you know where we were reporting on that? Oh. So one other Smash topic that I want to talk about, something I guess a little serious, I guess, about something new that may be happening, especially for the kids. SOS Gamers. They are a company, a nonprofit company that's run by a frequent guest of our show. I mean, he's been on twice, but, a guest of our show.
More frequent than anybody else.
I know, right? It's Wes and his buddy Kubu, who hasn't been on the show, but they're both the co-founders of SOS Gamers, and they wanted to make a youth program involving Smash, which it sounds great. I've always been a fan of youth groups and trying to get like kids off the streets and stuff and just doing some sort of activity. But a lot of those kids may not like, sports. They may not be into like baseball and basketball and stuff. Maybe they just want to do something else.
Maybe they want to play video games.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. I always thought that there should be a youth group for games, because it's not like games are awful. Some people think that it's going to cause violence and this, that, and it's like, no. I mean, look at like, for me, arcade was like where it's at. You always met people there of different ages and whatnot. You always had fun there no matter what. The only competitive ones was like, the fighting games and such where people always put money down on it and stuff.
Yeah.
But as far as like a youth program for kids to not only just get off the streets, but also to just get together, bond, and just form friendships over video games. Because a lot of people I know my life. I know them for some reason. A lot of them would be for games. Even back in the days, I used to have a lot of friends that started off from wrestling. From back in the days when
Yeah.
WWE was WWF,
God.
that was like everybody was like watching it back in the days. Whatever it is. Like I had a lot of friends that were Yankee fans. That type of thing, and it was all these different things. And if kids are just gonna if you're going to have some kids that are just going to be out there in the street, might as well just get them and have them start.
Let them play Smash Brothers. Let them play video games.
In a positive environment. Because, Wes and Kubu look like they're forming something positive here. It's something that they're starting.
I'm all for it.
Yeah, definitely. There's a video out there. It's actually really funny. They actually have an Indiegogo that we're actually going to put the site. I don't even know if I'm going to put it there or there or there. I don't know where the hell I'm putting it. I'm definitely going to put in a link below, maybe even like a bar somewhere. It's going to be somewhere. But if you hear an audio version of this, then you have no idea what I'm talking about.
We're making like stupid hand motions at the camera and stuff.
Now, definitely it's not like it's going to be anything bad. Kids, like I said, there's parents that are afraid that physical activity are going to injure their kids. Like they're going to get a concussion from dodgeball. But games are safe, It's for those parents. It's
but it melts your brain, man.
Yeah, but now, see, and I feel like this SOS Gamers, this Smash youth program could be really positive, especially if it starts off small. It kind of works around to like other parts of the city, because it's going to be mainly New York, starting off from Brooklyn. I believe he talked about Brooklyn in the video, and he wants to go from there, but he wants to start with that, and he is asking for some money, of course, from the Indiegogo site. I forget what the actual goal was. So as far as this recordings go, they have $814 of its $5,000 goal. What the foundation was asking is basically they want money for supplies. They want to be able to have the games for kids.
TVs, games, consoles, and all.
Yeah, and then not only that, then just prizes, because you can't just have these kids playing and then I guess it's gonna be
have them play for fun.
Yeah, they can play for fun. If not, there's some prizes.
No, have them play for fun.
Really? They talked about prizes. But I see you're saying fun too. Just sit there and play. I see what you're saying, but. This is the thing that they want to be able to pull off. They want to be able to do that and just kind of start off, especially if there's kids that actually want to go into competitive, gaming too. That's another thing too.
Might have a superstar come out.
Yeah, you never know. Because, hey, that's how programs are like baseball and basketball. They always are like, if I didn't stay after school, I wouldn't have done all this, that type of thing. So same thing with Smash. And competitive gaming is becoming a thing now. So, it's been a thing for a long time, but now...
It's picking up.
Yes,
picking up steam. Esports is, we're entering the time of esports, especially with league and stuff. We're getting there.
Yeah, so definitely support these guys. They got
Definitely.
our backing. Hey, Wes, what's going on? We definitely want to give you a shout out. We didn't even let him know we were going to do this.
No.
We just decided
We're just doing it.
We just saw the video and it's like, we got to definitely shout this out. Definitely. But check out that website. Donate as much as you can, even if it's like a $5. I don't even know what the minimum is, but just something. Even if you feel like you want to support this,
$1.
give something. Give $1. I don't know what the minimum is, but whatever it is, just donate. I definitely want to donate as soon as I get home because, I didn't get to donate yet, but I want to do this first and so I'm out.
I'm broke, or else I would.
Hey, man, you don't have $1, man?
I do.
There you go.
$1 yours, Wes.
There you go. So that's what we wanted to talk about with Smash. Definitely move on to other subjects in a little bit, so stay tuned.
Yeah.